Already know what it is, man. It's your boy Dilla T. And this is No Filters. Always appreciate you all liking, commenting on what we're discussing here, subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode, and sharing this with the world. And of course, you already know when you come in here, get comfortable. Get you something to eat, get you something to drink, get you something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the title, breaking news, America is at war. What does that mean for you and me? Let's get into this here.
As I'm sure all of you are aware, over the weekend, the U.S. engaged in a bombing campaign, Operation Midnight Hammer, on Iran, targeting 3 facilities.
What?
Notably Fordo, where 6 bunker busters were dropped, and the U.S. says it was substantial damage.
Hold up, man. Hold up. Let's get right right now. Shout out to my dog, Tim Cass. Great guy. Always. Information is key in today's world. Okay? So let's make sure we understand that. Knowledge is power always. That's always been said in our whole lives. As you come up, knowledge is power. But this is a different situation here. When we're talking about us as Americans, me and you, at war. I would never have thought in my life I would be saying that out of my mouth, living in this world today with all my kids. So when we talking about World War III, and we're talking about President Trump has definitely bombed Iran territory. It's already happened. So clearly he's sending a message to let you know, if you don't do what I tell you to do, or if you don't stop war on your own, we will commit to start sending missiles your way. Let's keep going.
U.S. engaged in a bombing campaign, Operation Midnight Hammer, on Iran, targeting 3 facilities. Notably Fordo, where 6 bunker busters were dropped, and the U.S. says it was substantial damage.
Hold on, fam. The U.S. Let's bring that back again, because I know y'all just heard what I heard. Let's make sure we all on the same page.
I'm sure all of you are aware, over the weekend, the U.S. engaged in a bombing campaign, Operation Midnight Hammer, on Iran, targeting 3
Midnight
facilities. Notably Fordo, where 6 bunker busters were dropped, and the U.S. says it was...
You already know, Chips, it's me. I see you, fam. Tap in. You know we fam. FAM coming in here. Hit that like button. It didn't got real.
Israel has maintained airstrikes against Iran military targets, targeting the IRGC and access paths to the Fordo facility. As of right now, there's breaking news. As of the recording of this video, Qatar has shut down its airspace.
What's up, Adam?
And the U.S. has warned U.S. citizens in Qatar to shelter in place. There's active...
Hold on, man. If the U.S. just warned people to put shelter in place, and then I also heard that they sent the National Guard to the NYC subway stations. This is getting real, like right in front of our faces. And also, if you're not talking about this, clearly you don't believe it. So you need to wake up to what's happening. The U.S. has bombed different areas already, letting Iran know that we are fully engaged and that we will bomb you. Let's keep going.
To mine the Strait of Hormuz to prevent... As I'm sure all of you are aware, over the weekend, the U.S. engaged in a bombing campaign, Operation Midnight Hammer, on Iran, targeting 3 facilities.
What's up, Adam? I see you.
Notably Fordo, where 6 bunker busters were dropped, and the U.S. says it was substantial damage. Not necessarily obliterated, but effectively obliterated. Israel has maintained airstrikes against Iran military targets, targeting the IRGC and access paths to the Fordo facility. As of right now, there's breaking news. As of the recording of this video, Qatar has shut down its airspace, and the U.S. has warned U.S. citizens in Qatar to shelter in place. There's fear that Iran will begin to mine the Strait of Hormuz to prevent trade, which is 1/5 of the world's oil shipments. And that'll be massive. Russia is now saying other nations are rushing to supply Iran with active nuclear weapons.
Oh, man, hold up. What? Did you hear that? Other nations are rushing to help Iran with nuclear weapons to cause World War III, fam. That's got to do something to you right now, just hearing that. Because we in there. Like, they on us now. Because Trump done said, you know, fuck y'all. We finna just pull up and let you know how we coming. And he sent some shit over there. So now, they like, oh, that's what y'all doing? Okay. They calling Pakistan they partner. They calling Russia, fam. That nigga Trump just sent that shit over here, fam, and hit a couple of people with y'all on. And they like, oh, okay, give me a minute, because I don't fuck with that nigga for real since back in the day. So you got to understand in politics, fam, when you fuck up back in the day or something don't go right or, you know, you double cross somebody or anything, they never forget that shit. You understand? So you got to understand, even if you're a Democrat or Republican or just an independent, if you don't vote for somebody or you don't lean this way or you don't go this route with something, they will remember that. Side note, just like Diddy and Trump, and when Diddy was asked back in the day, would he vote for Trump and he didn't really say shit, now Trump probably gonna think about pardoning his dumb ass because he didn't even support him back in the day. That's a real thing. But right now, let's keep going.
Act by the United States, and the U.S. is conceding, at least publicly, they don't know what Iran has done with nearly 400 kilograms of uranium.
Let's say that back. Let's bring that back for the people in the back.
Supply Iran with
for the people in the back.
That Iran will begin to mine the Strait of Hormuz to prevent trade, which is 1/5 of the world's oil shipments. And that'll be massive. Russia is now saying other nations are rushing to supply Iran with active nuclear weapons following this attack by the United States. And the U.S. is conceding, at least publicly, they don't know what Iran has done with nearly 400 kilograms of uranium.
Let me tell you something about uranium. See, uranium is like Vibranium. What's that movie? Black Panther. Okay? Follow me. Uranium is like Vibranium, basically. You know what I mean? It's pretty much like unstoppable. So they're talking about that they got all this uranium and they got it hidden somewhere or that it's shipped somewhere and they don't even know where it's at. But they know what this uranium is so powerful. The level of material that it is and what it's used for and how that can really cause a real issue with World War III. We're going to look up uranium together. Let's keep going.
Now, some speculate this is subterfuge, this is obfuscation on the part of the United States. The whole time this operation has been planned, as much as y'all may disagree or agree, whatever your stance may be on the strike, Trump's operational security was impeccable. The pundit class, the commentators, the news, the experts were all convinced that this was not yet to come. And then sure enough, it did when everyone...
Okay, because see, this is a problem. And that's what I keep seeing when you go to YouTube, you can go to any social media, it don't matter. I keep seeing how people pressed about Trump's back in 2022 saying that you can't send the National Coast Guard in or the Army in without a governor of that state ordering that. But yet he still just sent them in and bombed some areas as if he didn't need none of that. See, I keep trying to get y'all to understand it don't matter because who's going to do something about it? That is the thing. If the president has the police, it's the company that's the police, the president, clearly they don't give a fuck because this man just went in and bombed some shit and then went right back to the crib. You understand what I'm saying? So the seriousness of this is you and me can't really do shit about it, but we can speak about it. We can bring attention to it. But we're in a day and age where now presidents or people of power can tell you what they're going to do and then get in office and don't do it at all. Right in your face. And you can't do shit about it. But go on here and talk about it. Let's keep going.
Expected it. In fact, the U.S. dispatched B-2 bomber decoys over the Pacific, and no one saw this coming. In fact, it's reported.
Hit that like button. We in here, fam, subscribe. There's no filters. You already know what it is.
Adamant. How this information didn't leak, I don't know, considering as porous as this and the previous administration has been. It actually is impressive OPSEC, despite the fact that many people are torn on this, and it seems like we are escalating towards a dangerous future.
Oh, we are.
Now, there's a lot to break down, and questions of whether or not this will actually escalate into World War III. With Russia warning, not only will Iran get the nukes, but there will be World War III from this.
Hold on. So you know, President Putin is Russia, okay? And I think that's like I feel like that's Trump partner or something like that. Something like that. I feel like this is partner. But the thing is that Putin is telling you that Iran is being supplied with nuclear weapons. Do you all understand what nuclear means? The fuck? See, this ain't no just shoot 'em up and bang bang or pull out the AKs with the M90s army style. No, this ain't none of that. Nuclear. A motherfucker can launch something from East Jerusalem over here to Neverland. Just pressing a button and that can just destroy everything in 2 seconds. So you gotta understand, motherfucker could be watching TV, taking a shit, eating the best hot wings they ever made in their life, rolling the biggest blunt you ever made, having the best sex you could have. And all of a sudden, you're gone. That's nuclear weapon type shit. See, nuclear weapon don't even know it's coming. You don't even hear it's coming. That's the difference, fam. You know when they want to spin a block. You know when shots finna be fired. You know when people are coming. A nuclear weapon, you don't even know it's coming. Just like God when he come back. You don't know the day of the hour. So wherever you at, fam, you just gonna drop. We must discuss these things. We must understand what needs to be done so we're not put into a position where we're lost. Because a lot of y'all still ain't taking this shit serious. And that's fucked up because y'all sitting there watching the news. Some of y'all watch the news when you wake up. Matter of fact, some of y'all don't even watch the news at all. And you just hear about this shit. So that means you've heard about this some way, somehow. Even if you ain't give a fuck. From the person it came from. You heard about President Trump, and I don't even like calling him President Trump, be honest with you, because I only know the nigga for selling houses and shit. His name really Donald. Fuck that. Donald then went over there and bombed some shit. Iran has nuclear weapons and they still getting supplied. Why would Iran be receiving nuclear weapons? What the fuck are they on? Let's keep going.
Okay, Russia. Russia's been warning of World War III for like 2 years now. So they keep saying, this is it, this is it, this will cause World War III.
World War III for 2 years? He been talking that shit for 2 years?
There's rumors.
Y'all ain't taking it serious, and now it's happening?
Pakistan has publicly condemned Donald Trump after just nominating him for the Nobel Peace Prize. And Russia and China.
Let's bring that back for the people in the back. Pakistan on their side. Keep going.
I don't know, considering as porous as this.
Hit that like button. I got 30 in here with me. No filters. Let's do it.
Impressive OPSEC, despite the fact that many people are torn on this, and it seems like we are escalating towards a dangerous future. Now, there's a lot to break down, and questions of whether or not this will actually escalate into World War III. With Russia warning, not only will Iran get the nukes, but there will be World War III.
That's why you need something to eat and drink.
Okay, Russia.
And probably something to smoke.
Russia's been warning of World War III for like 2 years now. So they keep saying, this is it, this is it, this will cause World War III.
Hold on. Because we talk up in here. What's up, K? Nosum presents. He say, Pakistan have nuclear weapons. Okay, so if Pakistan has nuclear weapons, right? And Russia just told you all that Pakistan voted for Donald Trump on some Nobel Peace Prize shit, and they just said fuck him right after that. And they riding with Iran. So clearly that tells me Pakistan got the heat, and Pakistan got the heat and they to connect, and Iran trying to connect with them so they can load up. Okay? Now, this is a big thing right here. The United States of America is the biggest, strongest Air Force, Army, military, Navy SEALs. We bigger than everybody. Let's be real. We bigger than everybody. Let's get real up in here, man. Let's get real up in here. Hit that like button. We talking that shit now. We about to cook. We the biggest military base in the world. But that don't mean a motherfucker won't test us. What? You know how many people went to school and had that big bully right there? But you had that little killer right there that didn't give a fuck about the big bully? Yeah. See, that's that Iran shit right now, fam. And then Iran got a couple partners that's riding with them too. Oh, let's get right. Public access say military industrial complex. Who got the military industrial complex? Talk to me, fam. Steven say nobody going to give a fuck the USA about time we have someone with some balls. Tell you something, partner. Everybody had balls. But the difference is it was different presidents in there that was on that bullshit. See, Trump come in there like, don't fuck with me because I'll show you niggas what's up for real. That's the difference between Trump. But the problem is we still here. Trump is speaking for all of us. So when he said, fuck y'all, and I'm about to bomb on y'all, he's speaking for me and you too, nigga. Y'all ain't thought about that? You don't think them people over there like, fuck us? They don't give a fuck about us. They looking at us like we Trump. So whatever Trump do, they think we supporting his dumb ass. You got to think about that for a minute, man. Now, don't get me wrong. I want a leader that stand on business. Let's get real here. I want folk that stand on business. But right now, ain't nobody fuck with us. Ain't nobody come at us with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody knock on our door like, hey, partner, we got a problem with y'all. What's up? Ain't nobody said, fuck y'all, we just gonna throw some shots over there, shoot some U.S. shit over. No. Trump told them to stop fighting. And he was like, if y'all don't stop, I'm about to get involved and I'm gonna shut shit down. Now, you know, as an adult, as a parent, okay, for my kids, sometimes we got to get involved. We got to shut shit down. You know what I mean? We got to separate motherfuckers and shit, you know? Shit like that. These is adults. These are grown-ups, fam. And Trump was like, hey, Iran, y'all need to chill out. Stop trying to keep fighting. Y'all over there shooting people. Kids is fucking up and shit. We seen what Kay say? We saw them demonstrating on TV. See, that's the thing I'm talking about, fam. Because they allowed that shit to happen right in our faces. And Trump said, hey, stop fighting or I'm finna get involved and I'm gonna shut it down. And that's what he did. He told them stop and they did, and now he done shot some shit over there and just threw us in there. See, he didn't throw himself in there, and that's what make me mad about Trump. Cause see, when he do some shit, he kind of seemed like it's all just him. Like he ain't thinking about no help, nobody else. It's all him. Now, that's fine as a leader. Cause I ain't really checking with niggas when I make a move. As a boss, I'm gonna check with real G's just to make sure things are lined up, because the people that I check with, I love and I respect their opinion and their position. That's why they're there. But as a boss, my mind is made up. I just want to know, am I fucking up? Because I'm about to pull the trigger on whatever the fuck I came up with. You understand me? As an adult, as a man, as a woman, that shit is real. When you make a decision and you make your mind up and say, this is what it is. That's Trump. Now, we do it for our family, for our kids. When we make our mind up, make a decision, we have to include all of those elements in our decisions, okay? Is Trump including us as family when he's making these decisions for the United States? Oh, I'm going to say, I feel you. You feel me, didn't you? I'm going to say it for the niggas in the back, for the people in the back. Is Trump making decisions on his own, or is he thinking about all of us as a whole? Because when he wear that hat, make America again, make America great again, bitch, that's us. We America. We us. Yeah. See, Mikey Masters say Trump compulsive, liar. Shout out to you. Because you got to say how much these people done lied just to get in office. Let's keep going.
Maybe this is where things ramp up. There's rumors that Iran is now meeting with Pakistan. Pakistan has publicly condemned Donald Trump after just nominating him for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Just nominated him. He
And
gone.
Russia and China are said to be gearing up to get involved. I'm not entirely convinced. Nominating him for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Did they just say China?
And Russia and China are said to be gearing up to get involved. I'm not
On
entirely
whose side?
convinced, but it does look like the dominoes are starting to fall over. Now, the scenario.
Oh man, hold up, man.
This is much
Hold up, man. Who China riding with? Somebody tell me. It's 71 in here with me right now. Somebody tell me who China riding with. Who China riding with? They finna come in this motherfucker and just say, "Hey, move over." They don't fuck with Trump. I thought Trump fuck with the dude, the president of China. I thought he fuck with him. Like Dennis Rodman fuck with him. They go play basketball together, all type of shit. Party, get fucked up, all type of shit. Okay, K presents say Iran. So you telling me China finna come in and fuck with Iran? Okay, so Iran got China, they partner, and Pakistan. So you telling me that Iran just got China and Pakistan. So China, Iran, and Pakistan finna ride on us. That's what y'all telling me? All three of them about to ride on us. Is that what we saying right now? All three of them about to ride on us? Because why? What we do to China? I mean, the last time it was some China shit was, what was that, Pearl Harbor or some shit? You know how long ago that was, nigga? I thought we was cool after that. We took y'all people, y'all took ours. What we doing? Why is China, oh, the tariffs, shout out to K Presents, my dog, shout out to you. He say the tariffs, see, that's the thing. See, oh, shit. That shit hit different, fam. Because I didn't even think about that. Shout out to my people. Shout out to fam in here. Y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, fam. This shit, we cooking for real. We cooking. The tariffs is why all these motherfuckers got a problem with us. I just had to put that. Shout out to you, K. Shout out to K Presents. Fam, you right. The tariffs have definitely just disrupted and caused. I mean, shit, that just get. But you gotta understand. See, this is where you have to be. You have to stand for something or fall for anything. This is where you have to be with the home team. You understand? Because those tariffs was put in position because everybody has been eating off America for a long time at a certain percentage that yet all of us hasn't even been able to eat off of. And I think Trump and them looked at that like, man, you know, the government has had a system in place where money has been taken constantly based off the percentages of tariffs on all trades and goods coming and going. That is the problem today. And I just had to realize that because Canada, they tough ass, weak ass, tried to get tough and just went public with it and started doing all type of shit. That was a difference, family. So when we thinking about the tariffs is what did it. Shout out to UK, the tariffs is what did it. And now that I figured that out, I see why other people finna be like, fuck the USA. Because the tariffs, I mean, alone. You know what I'm saying? Just the tariffs alone. Hey, shout out to you, Cable Knitter. What's your name, Cable Knitter? I see why 84 folk in here right now. Shout out to you, because you in here with them 84, motherfucker. Now it's 144. What we doing? It's no filters. Hit that like button. Type FAM if you with me, fam, and get that ignorant motherfucker out of here. Bitch, don't come back. You hear me? That's how we coming. Let's keep going.
Strike on Soleimani, and that with the U.S. actions in Iran, there
150
is
in this
no
motherfucker right now. Nigga talking shit.
Israel
Who we
says
talking
they're gonna
about?
end their war with Iran in the next few days. Iran may even just run out of ballistic missiles and choose not to escalate.
Keep moving.
Some have stated, some experts, giving their opinion that there will not be World War III because people are sane and don't want to die. They just want to be fat and happy. And the retaliation against this strike would only lead to Russia,
What?
China, or India, or any other, because peak days, Iran may even just run out of ballistic missiles and choose not to escalate. Some have stated, some experts.
Who the
give
fuck
their
gonna do
opinion
that?
there
Come
will
on,
not be
man.
World
Nah,
War
man.
III.
Listen, you can't tell nobody they're just gonna run out of missiles and just don't de-escalate. What? Listen to me, man. They got uranium. That shit sound like Vibranium from the movie Black Panther. I wait. If you feel me, hit that like button. Uranium sounds like Vibranium from the movie Black Panther type shit. So that mean that shit strong as fuck. Like invincible type of shit, fam. You understand? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sacrament said World War III. Yeah, that's what this is. This World War III talk. You hear me? Let's keep going.
Because people are sane and don't want to die. They just want to be fat and happy. And the retaliation against
But
this
y'all
strike
scared,
would
though.
only lead to
What?
Russia, China, or India, or any other country that may find themselves involved just losing money. And the people in power, they like their infinity pools, man. Do they really want to give up all of that? We are no longer necessarily.
Shout out to Swaycom. Swaycom, man, I see you. He say uranium is used to build big bombs. I knew what the fuck I was talking about. You understand? See, and that's another thing too. See, it's a different type of people in the world. You understand? Some people can just look at the shit. What I tell y'all, if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a fucking duck. If I heard uranium and I'm watching a fucking movie that say Vibranium, I'll wait. Because how many of you dumb motherfuckers wouldn't put that together to know that that's a certain level of material that clearly we don't even have, or that ain't been around for so long, or that we ain't even never heard of? How many of y'all done heard of uranium till now? I've never heard of uranium. I've heard of vibranium, and I would think that that vibranium shit is the fucking uranium shit. Hit that like button, man. Y'all in here. Y'all know what's up. 263. We in here. Uranium is damn near vibranium. And if you telling me they using that to build motherfucking bombs and shit, then that mean that ain't nuclear. That's invincible. What the fuck? What? Uranium? They said the shit came up missing, man. What we talking about? That's fine, but that's the difference. See, uranium being around forever, but not being spoken about until now because of war. I'll wait. See, you motherfuckers can think in your mind that uranium it's just been around. Well, ain't nobody talked about the shit then, smart ass. Since the shit been around that long, why ain't nobody talked about the shit? Until now, war. Clearly, uranium is used for something more. Because Iran is missing thousands of it. Everybody can be talking about it. But it's the difference is knowing the platforms where people that don't know or that are not hip or people in those other platforms that don't give a fuck. See, that's what no filters is. That's what matters. Because there's still always people that still don't know what's going on, even if you motherfuckers do. So pump your brakes, fam. Pump your brakes. It can be talked about from here to Jesus, from here to Eastland. It's still people that ain't heard about uranium until now. And even in the midst of that, why would Russia be saying that we would be going to war for 2 years? Putin been saying we finna be at war for 2 years, and now Trump has just said, hey, fuck it, I'm going to get involved because I told y'all to stop arguing. I told y'all to stop having problems. And now this man saying, oh, now Trump want to get involved playing peacekeeper. He playing like the parent. He playing the discipline. He's playing the teacher for the students that can't control themselves in class. And this is literally about war. Let's keep going.
Era of ideology. There's only a few holdouts on the global stage. Most of these countries are driven by power. And it's not so much a moral worldview as it is a personal worldview.
If you
hit that like button, you already know we in here. There's no filters. We don't give a fuck about what you're feeling. I'm going to tell it like it is and what it is and how it's going. Let's keep going.
It's hard to know exactly what will happen. Before we get started with the news, though, my friends, we got a great sponsor. It is Cousin T's.
Hit that like button. We in here.
You guys know Terrence K. Williams.
You see the title?
Cousin T's, man.
America is at war right now. And people think we're not because bombs haven't hit our fucking building right here. Or bombs haven't hit the whole America nothing. Bitch, we at war right now. And that shit ain't even got hot yet.
So Terrence Williams said,
oh, yes, the fuck we are. Because what you need to understand is that this is how it starts. You understand? Because if it didn't start like that, then we'll be over here trying to figure out like, oh, then why the fuck we trying to see about why Iran finna team up with Pakistan and try to figure themselves out. Dumbass, this is how war starts. You understand that? And you gonna be one of them dumb motherfuckers that's gonna, when the war actually, when the shit hit, you gonna be one of them that's lost. And you gonna be the last to even find shelter because your dumb ass gonna get bombed. Because you think we not at war. Where do you even get off thinking we not at war if we just bomb somebody's shit?
Not only are you a funny guy and a great commentator,
that's how I know you ain't been through shit. And if you've been through something, then you will know in your mind that even if somebody talks shit and threatens you, they want you to know how they coming. But you would take that threat and be like, oh, don't worry about them. Oh, they ain't doing nothing. They just jiving. This ain't that, fam. Trump just shot, he just sent shots already. So it ain't like he talking shit. The man has already sent the shots. What's up, Eric Murphy? He said the second time. K presents say those sleepers are sad to be here. Oh yeah, trust me. Trust me. Oh, that's a good thing because Blunt say you was not in Iraq in 2004, sir. Stop it. How you gonna tell me? So Blunt say he was in Iraq in 2004. Drop that, let me know. He say he was out in Iraq 2004. That's where you was at, Blunt. Let me know. You saying you was in Iraq 2004?
I work for a construction company. Someone comes.
Oh, they about to get on your ass, right? So because you was in Iraq in 2004, tell me what matters about that, fam? What matters?
To do this, here's the path.
That you was in Iraq where the shit was going on at? Yeah, cool.
Some people have even
what matters about that?
No joke. The point is community.
Because right now we're talking about people. We're talking about people that literally just seen Trump drop some shit to let us know that we about to be at war. And that we are at war because that man is involved. He has put himself in Iran's business because he wants them to stop. He wants them to stop. So he said, if y'all don't stop, I'm going to send some shit over there and I'm going to let you know how I'm coming if y'all don't stop. See, that's the big thing, family. Oh, man, it's a difference in war, my brother. See, the war, Iraq, like World War and just war, like USA war, Navy's military war. Yeah, that's war. But see, you ain't from the projects. You ain't from the hood. You ain't from the streets, motherfucker. You don't know what war is for real. See, y'all can put on all this and do all that, and I don't take nothing away from the military, fam, because I got folk that's been down that road, respectfully to the military that protect us every time we breathe shit, eat everything. We're able to do that because of the military. But don't talk that shit about war, because see, your war different than my war different than yours. You couldn't survive in mine, and I probably couldn't survive in yours. So understand what you're talking about when you pull up at No Filters. Because at the end of the day, Blunt, we all at war, motherfucker. We all at war. So whether you did it in 2024 or 2025 or 2004 and 2029, your ass is still included in this motherfucking war, fam. You understand what I'm talking about? You still in war. So you included in this. So even if you been in it, you finna get another taste of it, nigga. While you talking shit. Fam. And where you been? Right. See, my people in here that's no filters, that understand, fam, they get war. They understand when a threat is coming. See, we ain't got to see all that retarded shit to know there is a real problem that's cooking. And it's happening right in front of our faces. You hear me? Now, Joe PG said we ain't going to war. And then Cat's Tongue said, and who profits of this war and division? So you got to understand, depending on who has invested in the Carlyle Group. Oh, we cooking. Hit that like button, fam. We in here. The Carlyle Group. See, this is who Bush and them was invested in back in the day. The Carlyle Group. You understand? That's the defense of the military. That's the military defense, the Carlyle Group. That's the company that runs that, okay? So the Bush administration and others have invested in the Carlyle Group, okay? So because of that, that invests in military defense. And because you invest in military defense, that means the military needs to be defending something, motherfucker. If I invest in something, my investment need to be doing something, good or bad. What we talking about here? Tired of you motherfuckers coming here talking shit, don't even know what you're talking about. If I invest in the military defense, the fucking defense need to be defending something. So I can see my money back, fam. So if they don't go to war, they don't profit, dumbass. Okay, Nostalgia No say, bro, as a Trump supporter since 2017, when I entered politics, war with Iran was the most foolish thing. Respect to you, as we all see it is. But I just want you to understand, people that's invested in the military defense must see the military defend something so they can return on their investment. That is as simple as it gets, fam. So when I started realizing that, we started understanding why they started talking all that Bin Laden shit back in that day. And for dumb motherfuckers that got sent over there because there was a whole fucking scam that's on y'all dumb ass. But I just want you to understand the investments that are right in front of our faces and about why war would come to the forefront because of these investments, let alone why would Trump just bust out and just hop in some shit because he big bad wolf or he trying to be the parent making the kids separate from Iran and the other motherfucker that he was getting into it with. That's the situation here, fam. And war is happening right here in our face. Let's keep going for the dumbasses in the back.
Sharing these ideas. So we want to bring that community to you. Go to timcast.com, click join us. And also shout out to Steven Crowder and the Mug Club. You guys rock. Really do appreciate Steven Crowder. Funniest show on the internet. Biggest live stream in the country. And it is an honor and a privilege for the Raid Stephen Timcast. Smash that like button. Don't know the fate of Iran's uranium stockpile. Both Vice President J.D. Vance and Rafael Grossi, the head of the International Atomic Energy Agency, acknowledged questions about the whereabouts of Iran's stockpile of near bomb-grade nuclear material. We have this story from the Telegraph. Fears over Iran's missing 400 kilograms of uranium. Now,
So that means if it's 400 kilograms of uranium missing, that means that is motherfucker, stop playing with us. Stop being stupid. See, y'all dumbass out there be listening to this shit like, oh my God, shit just missing. Shit just missing. No, the fuck it ain't. Somebody got the shit that they working with and they putting shit together. Duh. Fuck is we talking about? Do you all really need a news? Do you all really need the news to come out and tell you that? Oh, so y'all gonna hear the news be like, oh my God, somehow some country has the uranium that's been fucking missing. They're gonna be like, oh, the uranium has come up that's been missing. Somehow it came up over here in this secret unknown area. They found the uranium. For real, fam, y'all really believe that? See, we're not doing that here. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. We're not playing dumb as fuck. We're not acting like we come from some other angle of life, bro. Stop playing that, man. Like, come on, man. My mama, my daddy them taught me better, bro. Like I said, if it walk like a duck, it quack like a duck, bitch, it's a duck. If it sound like war, if we shooting war, we at war. And now we have to really pray that the Lord keep us all. Because this is what's happening. Let's keep going. For the dumbasses in the back.
People are pointing out, hey, wait a minute. We got a picture of all these trucks.
I just sold my
What the
house.
fuck? They got a picture of all these trucks with the uranium that's ready to bomb everything. Let's go.
Which truck carried the uranium? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Was it all of them? Some have stated, well, can't we track where these trucks go?
What?
Indeed. It's a good assessment. The issue is there's multiple trucks. You don't know what they're being loaded with, and they could be decoys. They're not there on the ground. Just because a truck is there does not mean that truck is carrying the uranium. So there could potentially be, let's just do some quick math here. How many trucks we got? We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 trucks. Maybe. It's kind of hard, a little grainy, but it looks like about 16. You don't know which ones have trucks. These trucks could go to facilities, and 16 more trucks could come out of each of those facilities, and those trucks get spread around. What happens? Sure. The U.S. can say, we've tracked all the trucks, but now we're dealing with 16 by 16, and then how many more?
Hold on, man. Hold on. Let's get right. He just said it's 16 trucks at this site that could possibly be carrying all this fucking uranium that they talking about missing. Okay? Now, all 16 trucks could be having the uranium in it. Or none of them trucks can have uranium in it. And they just a decoy or just some bullshit. Just like how the music industry is and all the entertainment is just a fucking decoy to keep you off the real situations that's going on in the world, fam. So this could possibly be that. Where you got 16 trucks looking like they really doing something, but they ain't really doing shit. You see what I'm saying? So where the fuck is the uranium for real? I'm telling you, man. Somebody that's working with Iran got the uranium cooking the shit up for massive weapons. I'm telling you, let's keep going.
Are they not going to be able to track? Therein lies the big challenge. They say Iran claims to have smuggled almost all of the country's highly enriched uranium to a secret location before the U.S. launched strikes on its nuclear bases.
What'd I say?
3 of Tehran's most critical enrichment facilities, including its underground facility at Fordo, were
hit that like button, fam. We in here. Y'all know, hit that like. Hold up, man. Let's get right. Hit that like button, family. What we doing? Type FAM if you with me and hit that like button. We in here. We cooking. I'm giving the knowledge for family so we can understand that knowledge is power, so we can be powerful to do what we need to do to protect self and family. Because, motherfucker, again, war is here. War is in our face. We have no control over it. And now you at home praying that Trump don't do shit else. That's all you're doing. So we have to bring these things to the forefront, even if it's this early in the situation. Let's keep going.
To missiles early on Sunday. Submarine launched missiles. That's crazy.
Wait a minute.
Facilities, including its underground facility, country's highly enriched uranium to a secret location before the U.S. launched strikes on its nuclear bases. 3 of Tehran's most critical enrichment facilities, including its underground facility at Fordo, were pummeled by B-2 stealth bombers and a barrage of submarine-launched missiles early on Sunday. Submarine-launched missiles. That's crazy.
Submarine-launched missiles was launched to one of their underground bunkers in Florida. What the fuck are we talking about? Underground shit, nigga? What? Submarine launches? That mean it's only a matter of time. That means it's a matter of time. Eric Murphy said he got his own people in there. But Loshes say it's just like the 80s, the best era. Blunt says submarine sandwiches as NIKA. Keisha say one day people gonna reap what they sow. What we do to other countries. See, and that's a big thing there, because when you actually look at that, when we're talking about reaping what we sow and what we do to other countries, yeah, United States is the most powerful country, right? But I just don't feel like we got to be fucking with people if we ain't got to be fucking with people. Because I feel like this is one of the situations where you got to outweigh what you're doing. You know, when you want to help somebody, you can't hurt yourself. You know, because if you can afford to help without hurting yourself, it matters in this case here. Because that's how I see this. I feel like Trump trying to help, but he's hurting us by trying to help. Because he's literally coming in like he's bullying, like, hey, y'all better stop it, motherfuckers, or I'm going to start killing niggas. You don't get to do that because they already killing people. So how you going to come in and say, if y'all don't stop, I'm going to kill some more people? How you sound? Because now you got America looking retarded. Because now we finna just come in and like, hey, if y'all don't stop killing each other, we going to start killing y'all. That's what the fuck that sound like, fam. Pretty much. Let's keep going.
Easy. That's crazy. Those are long-range missiles. Very, very nuts. Now, the one thing I do want to say, I am not for this. I know it's a rock and a hard place, and it's easy to sit in my air-conditioned building in the middle of West Virginia with no stake in the game. Well, minimal, to be honest. It's easy to just be like, why are we doing this? Without really knowing. But my point is, I do not feel that the U.S. has justified these strikes to the American people, the threat, the risk, etc. I don't think they did a good job. That being said,
they don't have to justify nothing.
And crew on this mission, it's amazing. 37-hour round-trip flight in these bombers with nothing but a small chemical toilet. Probably eating some MREs. Very impressive.
Wait a minute. So the bombers had to do 37 hours of a flight just to get the bomb off and get back home? That's what y'all going through? With just a toilet and no nothing, no food, nothing. Who the fuck gonna eat when y'all know y'all finna go bomb some shit? Do it even matter? No. So it's a difference in knowing that we don't really have no position in this, for real. We're creating a position in this to create peace. But yet, Trump don't feel like he has to explain shit. He don't have to explain nothing to nobody. The man told them to stop and they didn't. And then on top of that, he put them tariffs out. So now everybody is mad at us because of the tariffs. So clearly nobody really would want to team up with us to be getting on nobody. But do we really need someone to team up with us? Do we really need an ally? Yes. Because think about it. If everybody's against us, if the whole world is against us, how the fuck we gonna survive?
Strike. As much as I don't like the U.S. involvement, the U.S. military is, the Air Force and all those involved, terrifyingly effective and impressive.
What I say? Our military is fucking terrifying. Our people is on a whole nother motherfucking level.
They're going to say officials believe that most of the material at Fordo and Iran's other facilities had been moved elsewhere. Iran has vowed to continue enriching uranium in defiance of Trump raising further concerns over its nuclear program.
Iran saying fuck Trump.
We have this breaking news.
Breaking
Qatar
news.
has shut down its airspace temporarily to ensure the safety of visitors and residents, the Qatari foreign minister says. And we have, I'm sorry, this is not the one I was looking for. Here we go. We have this from Fox News.
What?
Americans in Qatar told to shelter in place as Iranian military threatens action.
What I tell you, what I see, this the shit I was talking about. Hit that like button, you come up in here. Hit that like button, you up in here. This is No Filters. Your boy Dilla T, you know what it is, family. What I say, see, I told y'all we at war. If we wasn't at war, why the fuck would Americans in Qatar be told to shelter in place as Iranian military threatens action against U.S. interests? Nigga, they mean that they gonna get on somebody in the U.S. I got 400 in here with me. What's up? Y'all already know. That mean they yeah. So you don't come in here talking about we ain't in no fucking war. Even if it's light. It's a thought to know that we finna get it on with some other country. Because again, Americans in Qatar told to shelter in place as Iranian military threats action against U.S. interest. What the fuck we talking about? So for the people in the back, y'all gotta really see an article to accept that you know we at war. And then we ain't really never had war where people is bombing like over here on American soil. That was some Pearl Harbor shit back in like, you know, whatever that movie was. So if Americans in Qatar is being told to shelter because Iranian military threatens to get action against U.S. interests, don't tell me if we ain't on no fucking war. Americans got to find shelter. Clearly, bitch, we at war. What we talking about? What's up, Happy Ding TV? Yeah, family, type FAM. You in here with me. Yeah. I'm going to keep telling they dumb ass. Because for the ones in the back that got kids, they kids still need to know what the fuck going on. They going to be the ones lost in shit because they mom and daddy don't believe what the fuck going on that's right in front of their damn face. Or you want to be naive? Family, that type of scripture and shit, 2 Peter 3:3. I know you feel me, boy. This shit real. Yeah. Yeah. Hit that like button, man. We in here. Let's keep going.
Action against U.S. interests. It's the escalation that we are deeply concerned about. Now, the U.S. engaged in these strikes, and they may have shut down Iran's ability to enrich the uranium, but if they already have 400 kilograms, then nothing's been averted. Especially considering the other report, Russia is claiming a former Russian president.
Keep hearing about Russia, bitch ass.
Said that production of nuclear weapons in Iran will continue, and other countries, multiple nations, are stepping in to provide Iran with nukes.
Oh my God.
I don't believe.
Oh my God. Other countries are stepping in to provide Iran with nuclear weapons. I wait. Because you got to be a stupid motherfucker not to think or not to feel that. You got to be numb. You got to have like no conscience. Shit, you got to not been through nothing before probably in your motherfucking life for you not to believe what that man just said. Other countries are supplying Iran with nuclear weapons. Who still don't think we at war? See it, SID, say facts, bro. Who else don't think we at war? I mean, you can just talk to me. Let me know. You don't think we at war? Type, you don't think we at war, and tell me why your motherfucking ass don't think we at war right now, or that war has begun. I wait, because I know y'all know. It's called WW3, not WWF, WW3. Yeah. All right. Miguel Alvarez say we at war. Oh shit, we got one of them that don't believe. Habari's TV say not yet. Huh. So what is gonna take for you to believe we at war? You're gonna have to wake up and the news people say we are officially at war, or you're going to have to wake up, and just like they told them people in Qatar, them Americans in Qatar, to take shelter because Iranian military are looking to strike on U.S. interest. You need to hear that to know we at war, fam. I'll wait. That's what you need to hear. Because at that point, it's going to be too late for your dumb ass. Because then where the fuck you going to be? Dead? Let's keep going. Stupid.
This has actually solved any of the problem. Now, again, for those that watch the morning segment, there is a chain of events people are fearing right now. Iran is threatening to
Steve
shut
said,
Strait
diddy,
of
diddy.
Hormuz if oil trade moves through this strait into the Persian Gulf. They
Hit that like button, family. I'm with you. You with me? We in here.
Ships will explode. Tankers are already turning around, refusing to enter. They don't want to get trapped in the Persian Gulf if Iran does make this move. That's a massive asset to lose access.
Let's bring it back.
Against U.S. interests. It's the escalation that we are deeply concerned about. Now, the U.S. engaged in these strikes, and they may have shut down Iran's ability to enrich the uranium. But if they already have 400 kilograms, then nothing's been averted. Especially considering the other report, Russia is claiming a former Russian president, I believe it is.
Skeleton fan, hold up. Skeleton fan says, I don't think Trump gonna be around much longer. Let me explain something to you, Skeleton family. Y'all gonna hit that like button for me because y'all in here today. Let me explain something to you. Trump is able to run for a third term. Let me explain how. And this is why I heard no filters. We don't give a fuck about how you feeling, none of that shit. We coming with real facts, real life, real feelings, real understanding. Trump will and is able to run for a third term. Okay? Let me tell you how. Keisha Zeno says what? Real raw. Let me show you how. The vice president is able to win the presidency. And then he can step down. Oh, let me get it right. The vice president can run for presidency and win the presidency. And he can make Trump his vice president. Okay? Win the presidency and then step down. And then Trump, as the vice president, can step right up into the presidency. That's how Trump can secure the third term. And I bet you motherfuckers ain't even know that. But see, that's why we don't know filters. Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. with Dilla T. Tap in, hit that like button, family. We in here, subscribe. Trump can run for a third term through the vice president right now. Let me say it again. If the vice president runs for presidency and makes Trump his vice president, running mate, and he wins, he don't have to do shit but step the fuck down. And Trump can step right back into presidency. That is a real legal thing. So when I say we at war and who's involved and got in this shit for real, that further lets me know that whatever they started, they can complete it because he can run again for a third term. Why would he do all this chaos, crazy shit? He got Elon Musk in the fucking he got Elon Musk in the office running with his ass. Elon don't know nothing about no goddamn politics. Why would he have him in there? Then all of a sudden, you fucking up tariffs and shit out of nowhere. What's up with that? I mean, if you think about every move he's made, it's been aligned for someone to continue it that has to be on his campaign now. There's no way somebody else can just come in and be a president because they're going to reshape or they're going to have to reorganize everything he's doing right now. And that's going to be pretty hard because the shit Trump and them doing, they're literally trying to change the face of life and mankind. Even with AI, even with everything being pushed, they're trying to literally change. They're trying to literally change the blueprint of what the world was based on. So you can't tell me that another president to come in, and if he don't follow that agenda, he just gonna come in and shut all that shit down and go back to regular life living. Trump has 4 years to activate, nigga. Is you stupid? This is his first year. And he getting fucking out of hand. He's showing you how they coming. This is his first year. He still got 3 more of these to go. And he doing all this in the first year, fam? And somehow create World War III? There's no way you can't tell me he ain't gonna run for a 3rd term, because they have to complete and keep the system going. Trump is gonna be in there so well for the system that they're creating and implementing. Okay, let me use that word right, implementing, okay? The system that they're implementing is going to be so enforced, and that curriculum is going to be so superb that no one's going to be able to come in and just shut it down at all. It's going to take years, and it's going to take a lot of breaking laws because of the laws that Trump and them are trying to put in place now. What Ruben says, Franklin D. Roosevelt like, bro. Yeah, that's what that is. Eric Murphy says, nope. Anna Joy said, what's up? Yeah, you got to understand. This is too much. Eric Murphy say, yeah, I felt that, fam. This is too much that they're doing. There's no way another president can just come in and just shut it down, bro. It's too much. He got AI on his team. They got this new shit called, what is that new program? Starlight, Starlight, some shit. Yeah, that's real shit. Starlight, that's some real shit. It's happening. Let's keep going.
Nuclear weapons in Iran will continue, and other countries, multiple nations, are stepping in to provide Iran with nukes. I don't believe this has actually solved any of the problem.
Oh my God.
Now, again, for those that watch the morning segment,
other
there's
countries.
a chain of events people are fearing right now.
Let's shout out to fam real quick. Shout out to Zan La La Land. Says Stargate. You right. Stargate. That's what I'm talking about. See, Stargate is to literally it's literally trying to enhance AI at the highest level, at the molecular level. Go check out that video where I talked about optimal level and molecular level. You need to understand the two terms. Optimal, like Optimus Prime, you know, like optimal vision, all that shit. That mean like nothing's wrong type shit. Molecular, same shit. But it's the power of the two that's the difference, of optimal and molecular. So at that level, when we're talking about Stargate, they want it to be optimal and molecular to run the world. And they trying to use shit like, well, you know, Stargate will be great for health benefits because when there's something wrong, you know, we can find out faster what's wrong with you and fix you right there. See, they always bring in something new with the goodness of it. Like when they started putting cameras on street lights and shit back in the day, they was like, you know, oh, that's good. You know, that's good because we can see, you know, problems, or, you know, if somebody runs a light, we can catch them because they ran the light, right? They put cameras on top of these street lights and shit. But really, they put the fucking cameras on the street lights so they can monitor our ass. Because why the fuck you think they finna just put cameras on street lights just to get more tickets? That's cool. Sound good. But why you think you need to sign in with your face ID, your fingerprint? Why do all sites ask for all that fucking information? They ask for the same fucking information every fucking time. You don't think they already got that shit, fam, from your last 18 logins? They want to keep up with your ass. They want to know what the fuck you doing, and when you doing it, and why you doing it, and how much you gonna keep doing it. What? So if Stargate come in, that shit gonna look like iRobot movie. How many of y'all seen iRobot movie? I'll wait. I got 235 in here with me. Hit that like button. How many of y'all seen iRobot movie? Will Smith. I'm promoting this shit. The fuck. Will Smith. iRobot, bro. Right. The main robot was the main person, and that motherfucker got so smart at an optimal and molecular level that bitch turned on us humans. and said that we weren't capable of keeping things in order as we should because we judge each other and that we are so guilty of things and so ashamed of things. That's what Stargate is. And this is exactly what World War III leads. This is how you get to World War III. And then you implement the robot so we can say that men are not capable. So you implement the robot for law, for living, for life, for order. Yeah, Eric Murphy said the chips in the debit cards. Right. And you know what else is crazy? Them RFID chips. That's what you're talking about, them RFID chips. I ain't even trip off that, fam. Because them the same fucking chips they put in our bodies. That's what they want to do, yeah. So they put them in the cards first so you can see them like in the face and be cool. Because now you can just hit the card and scan the card. That is exactly how they want to do. They want to put a chip right here in your little hand and have your ass walk up and just scan it. And they want to put your doctor's information, your personal information, your banking information, your kids' information, your information for breathing, your information for living, your information for walking, talking, whatever. They just want to be able to just scan your life. Sarah Patterson says, and it's some real shit I'm about to say right now. Sarah Patterson says, yes, I met a band member that had the chip and said, unreal. That means it's people that already got the chip. So that brings me back to my main point. Bitch, we are already at war. Let's keep going.
Iran is threatening to shutter the Strait of Hormuz. 1/5 of oil trade moves through this strait into the Persian Gulf. They may place mines, sea mines, so that ships will explode. Tankers are already turning around, refusing to enter. They don't want to get trapped in the Persian Gulf if Iran does make this move. That's a massive asset to lose access to. The U.S. is reportedly keeping an eye on this with Donald Trump saying, do not retaliate. Now, the fear, of course, is that the U.S. will move in and engage the Strait of Hormuz to try and keep it open, resulting in Iran striking U.S. assets and personnel, and then the U.S. seeking to secure the ground operations in Iran with boots on the ground.
What?
Now, maybe they don't go that far. Trump may be unable to make such a move. That's a massive play that I'm not sure the U.S. has the capability of handling right now, especially with the war in Ukraine. Iran may be counting on that, so this may just be a game of chicken. And let me just say to all of you, you will not win a game of chicken with Donald Trump.
Oh, no, you ain't gonna win no game of chicken with Trump.
Wouldn't be so bold.
Hit that like button, family. We in here. We ain't playing with nobody.
That gives them the opportunity to strike at the Strait of Hormuz and actually disrupt global trade. They can certainly launch missiles and rockets at U.S. targets in the Middle East. But the Strait of Hormuz is their strongest play right now, as it puts pressure on several other nations. Now, if it were anyone other than Donald Trump, if it was Joe Biden, Iran, I think, might do it. But I think Iran may be aware that you cannot win a game of chicken with Donald Trump.
Yeah, see, Iran, no, don't fuck with Trump. I know that. Like, if that was Biden, he wouldn't have cared. He wouldn't have gave a fuck. Biden would have just, you know what I mean? Because they like, he's soft. He ain't going to put his foot down. He trying to figure out his own fucking health. But Trump ain't really no president. He ain't no political nothing. He's a gangster. You understand that? Trump is a gangster that was flipping houses. Yeah, realtor shit. Yeah, gangster. Now, you can call him a chicken, you can call him weak motherfucker, all of that. But the way Trump operating in that office is without no regard. He don't give a fuck with who say what or who doing what. He don't care. As I wouldn't give a fuck either if I was the president. You can't tell me what to do if I'm the president. Let's get that shit right. Because all of you motherfuckers, can't nobody tell y'all what to do if y'all was president. I mean, I would look to my cabinet and my supporters and my team for the decisions that I make on how that could affect the world. But like I said earlier, as a boss, you can't tell me what the fuck to do. So that's why Trump moving like that. But Iran, no, don't play chicken with Trump, because Trump, you gonna be a fucking bird and you gonna be plucked out. Let's keep going about this information.
It's not going to happen.
Best and worst.
Let's make sure we understand. This no filters. We in here. This shit really like that.
Vinegar works to help you slim down in 3.
Trump is not going to let them shutter the Strait of Hormuz. But if Iran is so bold, I think we could actually see boots on the ground. Maybe not immediately. This is not the same thing as Iraq and Afghanistan. The issue with Iraq and Afghanistan was that with Afghanistan, we were trying to set up military bases, regime change, and nation building because the Taliban was a wild group of people. Iraq, they wanted to get rid of Saddam Hussein personally, which meant you needed people to do it. With Iran, Trump has now floated regime change, but not from U.S. forces. He's basically saying the people of Iran should do it. We shouldn't be involved. Fox News reports the U.S. Embassy in Qatar told Americans to shelter in place until further notice Monday morning. The embassy said it made the recommendation out of abundance of caution, but provided no other details. Qatar is home to the Al Udeid, probably pronouncing it wrong, air base, where approximately 10,000 U.S. soldiers are deployed. The advisory came after the State Department issued a warning to American citizens on Sunday, quote,
What?
there is the potential for demonstrations against U.S. citizens and interests abroad. The Department of State advises U.S. citizens worldwide to exercise increased caution.
Hold up.
There's the potential for demonstrations.
Hold up.
The advisory came after the State Department issued a warning to American citizens on Sunday, quote, there is the potential for demonstrations against U.S. citizens and interests abroad. The Department of State advises U.S. citizens worldwide to exercise increased caution.
Okay, so let's be right. And let's get right. For them people that was talking shit, talking about we ain't at war. Them people that said we ain't at war, where you motherfuckers at? Come here. No, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, come here. Put that down and come here. Lend me your face and your fucking ear. Come here. This is what it say. There is the potential for demonstrations against U.S. citizens abroad. The Department of State advises U.S. citizens worldwide to exercise increased caution. That don't sound like we at war. I'll wait. Let me say it again for the motherfuckers in the back. There is the potential for demonstrations against U.S. citizens and abroad. The Department of State advises U.S. citizens worldwide to exercise increased caution with your life. So they telling you right here, there's a potential demonstrations against the U.S. citizens, meaning demonstrations mean get active. About to fuck you up. About to do something to you. So let me break this down for the layman term, for the layman's. Because see, here at No Filters, this is politics for the layman. There's the potential of demonstrations. Let me say this. There's the potential to get down against U.S. citizens. Interest abroad mean U.S. citizens and niggas that fuck with y'all. The Department of State, meaning the government, advises U.S. citizens, me and you, worldwide, everywhere, me and you everywhere, to exercise increased caution, meaning advising us to get scared, to get worried, to be cautious because it's demonstrations. It's motherfuckers that want to get down against U.S. citizens and theirs abroad, and those abroad. What are we talking about? You don't get to do that. Don't come in this motherfucker talking about we ain't at war. We at war. And all it is just start over there in Florida. When they was over there telling them people, yo, fam, y'all might not want to come outside. Y'all need to, practice, exercise, increase caution. Eric Murphy said World War III to me. Sid say World War is here. Right. If it look like a duck, walk like a duck, quack like a duck, is a fucking duck. And this, looking like war, sound like war, it's a fucking war. Let's keep going.
To American citizens on Sunday, quote, there is the potential for demonstrations against U.S. citizens and interests abroad. The Department of State advises U.S. citizens worldwide to exercise increased caution. Now, Pakistan may be getting involved. There are rumors that Iran has met with Pakistan.
Iran?
Euronews reports
Iran met with Pakistan.
Trump's bombing of Iran after backing him for Nobel Peace Prize.
Hold up, let's get right. Sarah Patterson said yes, she agreed with me. Arnold Leeper says war, what is it good for? Nothing. Because like I said, if you invested in war, then it's good for you because you invested in it and you want to see your investment come back. Just like Trump and just like Bush and them did when they invested in the Carlyle Group, who is military defense. So he invested in the Carlyle Group invested in military defense, and then they went to war. So then all of a sudden, you get money because your investment has been returned back on everything you invested in it. Okay? So besides that, that's the situation about why war is good for those that invest in it. Now, Surprise Corgi says, we are prisoners in our own. Truly we are, and we have been since the days of living in our mothers when we first came out of our daddy's nutsack. We have always been prisoners, and we will continue to be prisoners because of the world and the system that has designed it. Skeleton Fam said it's good for making rich people more rich. That's war, because only rich people will invest in war. Only rich people will invest in the depths of those because everybody up under their rich ass don't matter. Diddy, Jay-Z, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey. Just something to speak about. Texas Repo said, fuck Iran and Pakistan too. I see you, Texas. Skeleton Fan said, I still got my deck of Bush cards in my drawer. Oh, you gonna figure out what to do with them? Because he the one that set up in that classroom when 9/11 happened, and he didn't fucking budge. When them people came to George Bush while he was in a fucking classroom and told that man somebody is trying to bomb the World Trade Centers, the Pentagon, all that shit, that man sat there with his legs crossed and didn't fucking budge. He didn't give a fuck about none of that. So that's the same year when Homeland Security first came out. Eric Murphy said, we are born in sin. You right, brother, because of the lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. Skeleton Fam said, I was in Manhattan week 1, the week before 9/11. That's real. A lot of people, I was in the actual school hearing about that shit. And they put that shit together. But the point I'm making, family, FAM in here, the point I'm making is that it had already been put in place. When it comes to war, war has always benefited those to create the narrative for whatever decision needs to be made for whatever rule that's created. That's war. Because if nothing happens, if nothing happens from war, there's a decrease in population. Let's talk about it. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, fam. We in here. If don't nothing else come from war, it is a decrease in the population that they continuously talk about. COVID-19, decrease in the population. They continue to talk about how it's too many people in the world, period. So now we got World War III looking at us in our face. And what can we do? Sit here and talk about it to figure out what can we do. That is the main source of this when it comes to no filters. We must discuss these things because we all have kids. We all have family. We all have life here in America. and other countries. But you understand, it's called World War III. Ain't nobody safe, motherfuckers. Let's keep going.
Just these headlines. That's basically the story. Islamabad on Sunday criticized Washington for attacking Iran, saying that the strikes constituted a serious violation of international law and the statute of the International Atomic Energy Agency. Quote, the unprecedented escalation of tension and violence owing to ongoing aggression against Iran is deeply disturbing. Any further escalation of tensions will have severely damaging implications for the region and beyond, Pakistan's foreign ministry said. And
let's get right. Skeleton fam said if you got on the whole armor of Yah, he's Yah, then you're safe. When he says Yah, he's speaking Yahshua. Yahshua being the name of the Most High, of the God. Yahshua, Yah. That's what he means when he says if you have the whole armor of Yah, then you're safe. And for those others, they will say if you have the whole armor of God put on, then you're safe. In those terms. Shout out to you speaking in that nature and understanding God or Yahshua or the Most High. Because we have to understand that the Lord is truly in control of what's going on. Because without war, without the last days, without these things happen, then that means the word of God would be untrue. You understand? You have to understand that these things that are happening in the world, it matters to happen in that sense. So when we talk about World War III, we're talking about, we're looking it right in our eyes. And you all are at home, at work, wherever you all are right now. I know you feel some type of way about hearing about World War III. You can sit in here and think it's nothing. Or you can even sit in here and think that you need to hear a news outlet say, we're at war finally. What are you going to do then? See, the point of this is to say, hey, this is war. What are we going to do now? It ain't about hearing Channel 2 or Fox 2 News or Channel 4 or Channel 11 or whatever your channel is in your city telling you that we are officially at war. You know we're at war when you're telling U.S. citizens to be cautious. When they're telling us to be cautious. We're at war when they're telling us we should be thinking about not doing a lot of nothing and just making sure that our families are okay. You know you're at war. You know you're at war when the Iranians and Pakistans and Russias of the world are telling you that nuclear weapons are being held and given to these people. You know you're at war. You know you at war when Trump didn't even get no permission from nobody to send bombs to certain locations. You know you at war. Let's keep going because we know we at war.
Russia is warning multiple nations will now provide nuclear weapons to Iran. Now I'll tell you why I'm pissed. I am both simultaneously impressed and pissed off. The operational security of the Trump administration was perfect. They had everybody convinced. We were all convinced. Even Tucker Carlson said Trump was negotiating in good faith. And now we know that the whole time they had been preparing B-2 bombers.
Shout out to see it.
Bunker buster.
Shout out to see it. Say, bro, I really hate trolls and brainwashed people. But we got to thank God for these type of people, see it, because these are the type of people that need to hear these things. These are the type of people that thinking they just coming in talking it, but they don't even know they coming in getting the knowledge too. Even if they don't want it, they still getting it. That's just like you hearing the word of God on your ears. And even if you don't want to hear it, your heart still receives it. Why? Because he's in all of us. And that's a real thing. You don't even have to receive what you hear because the discernment of your spirit will allow you to grab it out of the earth because of what it does to the anointing of who you are in the body. You understand what I'm talking about here? That's the realness of the anointing and how it does to you and what it does to your spirit when it falls on ears, whether they're dead or alive. Because when the word of God or the anointing hits those ears, they will awake. Because there's life in the word of God. Life. You can't even fight it. It's life in it. You can't do shit about it because there's life in the word of God. So when it falls on deaf ears, life will have automatically come into that death body. Hit these like buttons. We in her. We not playing with nobody. They will understand that when life falls on deaf ears, it will awaken whoever. So we must always understand, in this case, in this situation, when things go down, Eric Murphy said, when everything goes down, they're going to be so lost. Shout out to you, Eric. Because you be having them type of people that be so fucked up and naive that they be like, oh man, it ain't shit, it ain't shit, it ain't shit. And they continuously keep hearing the situation grow. They keep hearing the problem grow. See, you're going to continue to hear this grows over the next coming months and years. This is going to continue to grow. So there's not going to get a chance for people to be like, oh, we ain't at war, or we ain't tripping on shit, or it ain't really nothing. That was it. No. This shit finna keep going. You finna get a chance to feel like a dumbass. For those that don't think we all at war, you finna get a chance to feel stupid, bamboozled, hoodwinked, dumbass, everything, coward, the bottom of the shoe, all of that shit. You finna get a chance to be the front row when you heard that we really at war. That's what's gonna happen. Let's keep going.
On Fordo, as well as Natanz and Isfahan. They did not plan this overnight. So we were all told, we were all convinced. But it seems like the negotiations had ended a while ago. Trump did give him 60 days, and when it didn't pull through, seems like Trump made that decision.
Wow. So the negotiations were supposed to be solid, but yet Trump said, fuck that, we're gonna keep going.
You know, I'm split on this one. Let me just say this. I am largely against the U.S. intervention in the region, despite fully understanding the real risk with Iranian-enriched uranium is not a nuclear missile launching in the air and landing on Israel. That's real. Risk. I think it's very low. I am not at all concerned about that. I think there's means of stopping these nukes in midair. You've got interceptors, getting an ICBM through the air. In fact, this would be a mid-range nuclear warhead. Not like, I think it's...
Hold on, man, because this man talking about stopping nuclear shit in the air.
Negotiations had ended a while ago. Trump did give him 60 days, and when it didn't pull through, seems like Trump made that decision. You know, I'm split on this one. Let me just say this.
What?
I am largely against the U.S. intervention in the region, despite fully understanding the real risk with Iranian-enriched uranium is not a nuclear missile launching in the air and landing on Israel.
Oh, no, let's get right. Let's get right. Iraq said, Bob C said, Texas Repo, you just showed us who you are. Disgusted, coming someone's stream to harass them. Shout out to you, C, because we ain't playing with no motherfucking body. I don't even know what the fuck he said, but get his ass out of here, because we ain't doing that. We FAM, no filters over here. If you ain't fam, if you ain't FAM, you gonna get embarrassed. Don't come in here talking that shit. You understand? Because over here, we give a fuck because we all fam. And people need to know what's going on. So we ain't left out the loop. So when we actually do see real shit happen, motherfuckers are already knew what's going on. So get his ass, see it. And shout out to you, Vernon Yancey, for pointing that shit out. Let's keep going.
That is a risk. I think it's very low. I am not at all concerned about that. I think there's means of stopping these nukes in midair. You've got interceptors, getting an ICBM through the air. In fact, this would be a mid-range nuclear warhead. Not likely. But fissile material falling into the hands of, say, Houthi rebels who can then cause serious damage. That, I think, is a reality.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Why, again,
see, and that's what he's saying. Okay, countries can be scared to fuck with Trump. But if rebels, people that ain't got nobody, no leaders, none of that, they just rebels, they for themselves, if they get this type of shit, uranium shit, or any of that, fam, that's gonna be the fucking problem because they don't have nobody to answer to. They don't even have nobody to negotiate with. They ain't even got like no negotiating person. Rebels just come in and tell you this how the fuck we coming and this what the fuck we doing. That's it. That's how rebels operate. So if rebels get this uranium shit, which in my mind, I feel like Iran probably put something together with somebody to get that 40 tons of uranium. Okay? So, to me, if a rebel gets some uranium, bro, or some terrorist type of motherfuckers get some uranium, who knows what they finna do with it? Because they not negotiating nothing. Their terms, see, rebels' terms are always based on what's better for them, for what they stand for. You understand? When a rebel and them stand for some shit, if you don't negotiate with them on their terms, they gonna fuck up everything in they fucking tight. So that's what we talking about here. For this shit to get out of hand, if rebels get their hands on this uranium shit. Keep going.
I've been opposed to this intervention. Right now, they're reporting they don't know where that fissile material is, 400 kilograms. It may now find its way into the hands
400
of these
kilograms.
crackpot groups. There's reports now that the Ayatollah may be removed. That could be good or bad. Perhaps it's a good thing. They say the risk here is that fissile material will spread out to random insurgent and extremist groups, and there's no unifying authority to negotiate with. Right now, you have
What
the
I say?
Ayatollah. And you
That's
can
what
say,
I just said.
do what we want, and you will get something in return. These negotiations failed. A strike now means the Ayatollah may say, have fun. We're not going down. If they try to remove him, he may take it personally and just say, burn it all. These rebel groups, there's no one to negotiate with. You go one by one, that's going to be very difficult. Now, many people are asking the question, why Iran was so adamant about its nukes. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned with the credibility of this White House and Donald Trump's insistence on claiming there were negotiations underway while planning this bombing campaign, understand, as much as you may like or not like this attack, the word of Donald Trump and the U.S. government is mud at this point. Now, I think Donald Trump can speak to people on domestic issues, and we can largely trust he will do what he means to do. And he largely follows. He says what he's going to do. He just says it. He shows the executive order he's signing. We get that. But in terms of foreign negotiations, there is no incentive at any point now for foreign governments to trust what is being said to you by the U.S., except for trust that the U.S. will bomb the crap out of you. I think that's why Trump did it.
Yeah, like he said, you can trust that the U.S. will bomb the shit out you. Easy. That's what you can trust. Because right now, in 2003, the Libyan leader, Muammar Gaddafi, back in 2003, Gaddafi agreed to eliminate his country's weapons of mass destruction program, including decades of old nuclear weapons program. But he never did. That's when Clinton and them was around there. And they made an example out of his ass right there because he had nuclear weapons and acting like he about to use some shit against us or against other foreign countries. Okay? And they got on his ass. Let's keep going.
That is to say, I am not saying this to impugn the honor or integrity of Donald Trump. I trust him. I voted for him. This is not what I want to see happen.
I voted for him. I voted. Nobody voted.
Just get the job done.
The man just got the job.
Do it best. Let's de-escalate. We don't want this to get worse. And it may be too late. But Donald Trump, I believe, took this action because he will not be seen internationally as a man afraid to act. When he says we negotiate and you say no, he says, okay, we'll negotiate. And then he bombs you intentionally. Many people have said,
shout out to you, VR2K8. You probably want to change your name so we know who the fuck you are, because you can come over here talking shit. Have a name, fam. And then fam said, VR2K8 said, this guy is making political democratic ghetto uncle talking points. I appreciate that, family. Because what you got to understand, where I come from, see, this politics for the layman, meaning layman terms. Those that don't know that shit. Those that don't speak in those high terms or high terms or high words that makes them feel they understand where people coming from. Because in this case, we have to understand, all need to know. And whether I say that shit in the manner that you would like me to or not, doesn't matter. Why? Because you're here. That's why. So when you come in, hit that like button, subscribe, understand there's no filters with Dilla T. Okay? So you're here, and I appreciate you being here. So the uncle talking points, I appreciate all of that. But I'm independent, brother. I stand alone. Because in this world today, that's all you can do is independent. You can get independent money. You can be an independent everything. Might want to take heed to that.
No one's going to believe the U.S. now in any of these
I say it the way it is too, brother.
I think Trump did that
No
on purpose.
filters.
He wants
Shout out to you, Vernon.
Even in their best case scenario, the bombs.
Yeah, what's up, Nene? We ain't heard. You already know it. No filters.
Again,
Niggas talking big
these
shit
threats
today.
They make people think twice. Spineless leaders don't want war, and if they think it ain't coming, they'll do whatever they want.
Oh, spineless leaders don't want war. We ain't scared of shit. Yeah, but we at war. Like right now. We at war right now. Let's keep going.
He'll tell you he'll negotiate, and then he'll bomb you anyway. So back off. When Trump says don't, you don't. The disarmament of Libya. In 2003, Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi agreed to eliminate his country's weapons of mass destruction.
Wow.
Including a decades-old nuclear weapons program. Mohammed El-Baradei.
Shout out to you, Sid. Says she don't watch people she don't agree with at all. I feel you, fam. I ain't watching shit I don't agree with at all. I don't watch TV shows I don't like. I don't watch shit that I don't like. That's just it. I don't watch nothing I don't like. Why would I watch some shit I don't like? Why would I be? Matter of fact, I ain't around nobody I don't like. I don't even talk to people I don't like. So I damn sure ain't watching shit I don't like. Fuck is we talking about? So trust me, if you in this motherfucker, if you a part of the FAM fam type fam, and you with no filters, because everybody in this bitch like it. And that mean if you don't, you heard, so you can be liked or unliked. Make a decision. Because they going to turn your ass up in a minute. So you might want to get some ducking and get some fucking and get the fuck on. You understand? Let's keep going.
Energy Agency said Libya's nuclear program was in the very initial stages of development at the time. As of 2013, over 800 tons of chemical weapon ingredients remain to be destroyed. This is why
FAM in this motherfucker.
Why they intended to make the moves they did. Because Libya said they would give up nuclear weapons and weapons of mass destruction. And then NATO launched air raids over there, a no-fly zone and air raids. The country then collapsed with the assistance of NATO.
That's how we coming.
And Gaddafi was dragged through the street and killed. And Hillary Clinton bragged about it, stating, "We came, we saw, he died." What do you think Iran said when their National Security Council convened after the fall of Libya?
Iran ain't going through that shit. What's up, Viking fam? Where you been?
Experts in the region.
What's up, Viking? Just that like, we in here. What's up, Viking? I see you, fam. Yeah, we got a lot going on. We at war. You need to know that's we at war. Then you got other people that don't think we at war. But this is a good thing about being here at No Filters, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. with your boy Dilla T. I'm here to let you know we at war. And then I'm here to let you know what to do so you can take care of your fucking kids while we at war. Let me say that again for the motherfuckers in the back. You come to No Filters to find out what's going on. And then I tell you what to do in the midst of what's going on. So we can take care of ourselves and our motherfucking families. You understand me? Oh, my bad. Plox. P-L-O-X. That's a fucking name. Plox says, how we at war? And he had the laughing emoji. Oh, my bad. You know they on here telling that U.S. citizens should be cautious about where they go and what they're doing. They also said that Iranian military is looking to bomb or make some type of demonstrations against U.S. citizens here and abroad. I say that again for the dumbasses. Reports are saying, sources, that Iranian military is looking to demonstrate against U.S. citizens here and abroad. That means me and your dumb ass. Yeah. So wherever you at, thinking that you won't be touched or can't be touched, oh, they looking for your dumb ass and all of us abroad. So for those that don't think we at war, okay, my bad. We'll call it pre-war. You don't want to call it war, call it pre-war. You know what? I think some of you motherfuckers just scared. Just hearing the word war. That's what it really is. That's why dude sent that laughing emoji shit, war, oh, where? See, he one of them dumbasses that's looking for the news people to say, we at war. You feel me? They looking for the news people to say we at war. But you can read articles telling you that Iranian military is looking to demonstrate against U.S. citizens. That means your dumb ass, my motherfucking ass. So to me, you might want to get hip. Because if I say we at war, you might want to turn your war cap on and get some ideas of what the fuck you need to be doing to make sure you straighten your family. See, it ain't about being scared. It's about knowing what to do. You understand? See, where I come from, project shit, hood shit, street shit, nigga, out the mud shit, the bottom shit. I come from that, motherfucker. So if we hear about something or look like it's something or even think it's something, that's what it is. What I say, if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a fucking duck. And that's exactly what the situation is with war. It look like war, sound like war, and they threatening us about war. Bitch, it's war. Get on their ass, see it. Get them, burner. Cause we ain't playing with them. We hear no filters. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We ain't playing. We cooking niggas. You want to come in here and act stupid like you're dumb? Bitch, you're scared. Yeah, smell like war, sound like war, look like war. Shit, we reading shit telling us it's war. So, if somebody else military say that U.S. citizens need to be, that they want to demonstrate on us, you don't think that's war, nigga? Is you fucking goof? If I heard anybody want to demonstrate anything on me, it's a problem. Fuck war, it's just a problem. So I don't understand how I just read, dude just said right here, Iranian military is looking to demonstrate against U.S. citizens here and abroad. Clearly, bitch, we at war. Because somebody looking to demonstrate right in front of you. So, who is that? PLOX and who else was on here talking that dumb shit? Because I'm going to call you stupid dumbass niggas out. VR2K8. VR2K8. Yeah. See, you dumb motherfuckers going to be the ones that when the shit go down, demonstrating, y'all still gonna be looking at the TV looking for them to say we at war so y'all can finally do something. Or like y'all can finally pack bags so y'all can finally get it together. Because once they say we at war, I mean, we know we at war. See, everybody else on my end, see, everybody that's fam, hearing no filters, we gonna be prepared. We gonna know what to do. We gonna know how to lock shit up. We gonna have guns already. We gonna have everything we need, bitch. Water, juice, food, whatever the fuck we need to survive. While you dumb motherfuckers still gonna be trying to figure out what's in the store to get. Gonna be out there trying to figure out what food to get, what to wrap up, what to put aluminum for, how to preserve food, how to use this, how to use that. Now you want to teach your kids how to shoot. Now you're going to be over there trying to teach your kids how to live in the woods, how to create campfires and shit. Now you're going to be over there trying to figure out how to use can openers and how to preserve light and how to create heat. Bitch, you too late. Out there trying to warm up green. Nene said green beans. Yeah. Be out there motherfucker trying to figure out how to make a warm meal. Thinking you can survive off Lunchables. Bitch, ain't no Lunchables around here at this time. How to start a campfire. Fuck is you talking about? Yeah. Now you want to take your kids to the camp. Now you want to go camping. Too late, nigga. You got kids scared to even kill a bug. You know what I mean? Motherfucking kids ain't, it's grown motherfuckers ain't fucking with no bugs. Fuck is you talking about now? You gonna take your kids in the middle of the woods to figure out how to survive? Bitch, you late. See, let me tell you something. Charisma, K-R-I-M, Crimza. Crimza said Iran's not going to invade you, bro. No, it ain't gonna invade me. It's gonna invade all us. Fuck is you talking about? Ain't nobody gonna invade me. They gonna get on all our ass. Ain't nobody invading me. No. Fuck is you talking about? Ain't nobody invading shit. But we at war. See, y'all so comfortable with, I know what's wrong. See, y'all so comfortable with like no bombs and nothing being happening over here. Like y'all comfortable with like no real military coming over here, shoot them up, bang bang and shit, right in your face. You understand? See, y'all ain't never seen that shit. Y'all ain't never been at McDonald's and heard a bomb just blah. And your kids right here getting a Happy Meal. Y'all ain't never been a part of that, motherfucker. So how you know what war look like over here? We wasn't around for World War I, World War II. We wasn't around for that shit. We heard about it. Funny part was, where was it at? That's the situation here. So when Trump is looking to intervene, to be an intervention for Iran and them, that's what's going on. And now we at a war situation where we've intervened or put ourselves in something to where it's like, damn, bro, you just bombed some shit because you told them to stop arguing. So you send some missiles over there, bomb like 3 of their areas. And then now all of a sudden, we just sitting back like, oh, ain't nobody gonna do shit. Y'all trust in the military way too much, bro. Y'all trust in the White House too much. Y'all trust in Donald Trump too much. The trusting, bro. The trust is too much. Y'all trust them so bad that y'all can literally hear that we're at war and still don't think we're at war. I mean, you can literally hear these people telling us that these Iranian military people want to fuck you up when they catch one of you motherfuckers. I mean, that's what they saying. They want to fuck one of y'all up when they catch one of y'all. That's what that is, on sight. They want to get at you on sight. So funny, bro. Because what's funny is, and this ain't a race thing, but nobody's never ran to the right man, Plox. P-L-O-X. You ain't even got a fucking name. We don't even know your name, dumbass. The point is, who running the who? We ain't never ran from nobody. Where we from, we take care of all our shit. Because this skin tone right here, we done took care of all our shit. We ain't ran to nobody. So please stop talking like that, my brother. Or my sister. Because ain't nobody got to run this shit. Because you ain't saving nobody. We know you not saving nobody. We know you ain't on shit. See, that's the problem. Right, see, it said because they run, bro. See, that's the problem. You can't talk that shit, but you're not helping no one. You talking shit. Shit. I don't need to make points. The points that's being made is that we're at war, and every day there's a new article or headline telling us that. So, if my point ain't being made, get the fuck out of here. But clearly, VR2K8, I appreciate you. P-L-O-X, Plox, I appreciate you. Because you still here. So you clearly understand that no filters. Don't give a fuck about how you feel, bro. The real shit is that we're at war and we're hearing about this shit every motherfucking day. And y'all keep acting like y'all a part of the cabinet or something. Period. But in the same sense, if you knew what Iran would do, then why you ain't over there with Iran? Why you over here? Why you over here with us? That's what I don't understand. You can't talk shit but still be over here with us, but yet you talking Iran shit. What you doing? We've always been worried about anything we can't control in this world. Aren't you all worried about shit you can't control? The fact that Donald Trump even got in office, you know how many motherfuckers was going crazy over that? Hit that like button, fam. We in here. You know how many people was really no control over that? How many people you thought was like that when Trump got in office was mad as fuck because they couldn't control that move, even if they voted against him? What we talking about? William of W say nobody can predict the future. I'm with you on that. We can't. But we can see the present in our own eyes right now. And what we see right now is articles talking about Uranium military people coming after U.S. citizens. We're talking about how this motherfucker Trump just bombed some shit. These are U.S. strikes that's happened. So stop talking like we not at war. Because this is pre-war. Since you're scared to hear the war word, this pre-war. I'm acting like Trump bombed what he wanted to bomb. That's how I'm acting. And then I'm acting like your dumb ass JP, a part of an American citizen, stupid ass. Your dumb ass a whole American citizen. And you telling me that, oh, if they bomb your grandma's house or your brother's house, then you gonna get active. But look at this, dumbass. When they bomb your grandma's house and your brother in them house, they bombing your dumbass house too, JP. Why? Because your dumbass live here too. Stupid. You keep talking like, oh, we have to act like this is a personal thing. No, motherfucker, it's an American thing. If they bomb some shit over here, they gonna hit us too. If they hit my cousin's house, they hitting me too. Why? Because it's a real nuclear bomb that can hit the whole space, the whole area. Not just JP grandma house or JP cousin house or not just JP house. You feel what I'm saying? It can hit JP house and his grandma and his cousin and his mama and his daddy and his brothers and them and his little cousin and them and his daughters and his brothers and his sisters and his son, nigga. Yeah. So don't tell me to chill. You can get the fuck on and go smoke. So you can figure out what you gonna do with your life when they bomb your dumb ass. Oh, my bad. We ain't even gonna be able to hear from your stupid ass when they bomb your dumb ass. Hit that like button, JP, since you so stupid. Hit that like button, because I know you're gonna be back tomorrow. So you can realize why this is no filters. And at the end of the day, we gonna make sure FAM is in here and that they know and realize what's really going on right in our fucking eyes. Period. Because we need to make sure we understand what's going on before it even happens. See, that's the difference between no filters with Dilla T and what's going on out here. Understanding what's going on before it even comes out on an article. Hit that like button, family. We cooking in here. We have to understand what comes right in front of our faces to know what we're in before they actually announce that's what we're in. That is the situation. That is the continued issue. And that is why so many of us are going through what we're going through in our lives. Because we react late. We don't get the information that we knew about before and take heed. We don't take heed. We just hear about it and brush it off like it ain't shit. We hear about it and don't take it serious until it is in a serious state to be taken serious on how it affects you and your life. Short term or long term. And in this situation right here, shut up, PLOX. Don't tell nobody to be quiet in here, brother. Everybody in here can speak. Everybody in here talk. Everybody here comment. Everybody here get to it. Everybody here is somebody. We're not doing that. Because we're going to get on your ass. You're going to keep talking that shit, fam. You understand? Everybody speaking in here. We all getting an understanding from each other in here. And we keeping it like that. Let's keep going.
Iran came together and said, there is no deal to be had. If you agree to give up your weapons, the U.S. will murder you. So Iran's intent was never to stop that program. Donald Trump is not Obama. Donald Trump is not Bill Clinton. Donald Trump is not George W. Bush. So when Trump said, do it or else, we won't let you do it, Iran likely said, we've seen what the U.S. does, even when you give up their weapons, so they refused. So Trump said, then you get the bunker busters. Now, Russia is also warning of World War III. World War III is near after Putin, now Russian Foreign Minister, warns about complete global chaos. Okay, well, to be honest, if Russia didn't warn...
Okay, shout out to PLOX. PLOX said, bro, you really think they're gonna bomb our house? They don't have anything to reach our soil. And they sure don't have the compatibility to fight us in the sea or in the air. See, and shout out to PLOX. I appreciate you saying that. You're asking me, do I really think they can bomb our soil? Yes. You're looking at history. See, history is making you feel that type of way, thinking that they can't. But just like this day and age has changed, music has changed, life has changed, everything has changed. Hell, we finna start seeing robots around this motherfucker. Things have changed. Technology has gotten better. People have gotten smarter. So you don't get to sit there and ask me, do I really think they're going to come for us on our soil? Bitch, they coming for us. Why? Because things have changed. Do I think it? Yes, because anything is possible now. Back then, there was no technology like it is today. There are no personnel like it is today. There's not even people with the level of wisdom. And like Sid said, they can also destroy oil. And that's the thing I want you to understand. They can use the goods that they have against us, whether they hold it, destroy it, or even send it somewhere else. That's what we break down right there. Okay? It's a way to break us down from a distance. And then it's a way to come on our soil and get up close and personal with it too. Because the days have changed from what they used to be. Joe C say, that explains your emotional helpers. And then Joe C say, oh dude, you're watching MSNBC, aren't you? Fuck no, Joe C. Might watching no fucking MSNBC. What the fuck is that? Why would I? You think I really watch their ass? No. This my dog Tim Cass. And he popping. And his knowledge is strong and real and right. So let's make sure we understand what we're doing here, fam. Because at the end of the day, again, we come in here no filters to inform family of what's going on. So we can get an understanding and make our own decisions and know what to do in these cases. Okay, Vikings, you already know, man. I appreciate you pulling up, fam. Say you got to go to bed. You already know, man. Always, Viking, I appreciate you, fam. We here. You already know there's no filters, man. I'll see you tomorrow on that. But like I said, family, let's keep going. Putin from Russia continues to say that we are at war and it is coming right in our faces. Let's go.
Of World War III at least once a week, I'd be worried. I'd say, hey, what's going on, guys? You're off schedule. So their word doesn't mean all that much when they keep saying this, but there is a fear of World War III indeed, because the escalation is entirely likely, and it seems to be already happening. Iran is still firing missiles at Israel. Israel is still launching attacks on Iran. The war has not stopped. The question is, will anyone come to the assistance of Iran? I find it hard to believe. Not directly, not immediately. From NBC News, J.D. Vance says, the U.S. is, quote, not at war with Iran. We're at war with Iran's nuclear program.
Okay, see, that's that fuck shit I be talking about. Vice President Vance says the U.S. is not at war with Iran. We're at war with Iran's nuclear program. And some of you dumb motherfuckers believe that shit too, don't you? Like, what? Think about that, bro. Like, shout out to you, Vernon. I'm so glad you understand. But, see, they say that shit for them dumbass Americans, or like them dumbass Americans that really, like them naive Americans. You know, the ones that's sitting at home thinking, there's no corruption in the government. Like them type of people that's at home thinking there's no corruption in the government. Those type of people are listening to Vice President Vance saying shit like, we not at war with Iran, we just at war with their program. Bitch, how the fuck is we just at war with Iran's program but not Iran? What? Do that not sound dumb as fuck? Like we at war with the program but not the people? How we at war with the program but not the people? The people run the program, bitch. We at war with the people and the program. Ayatollah? No, JP, you are. And I'm glad you're here. But the good part about what I am is very informative. And I'm no filters with this shit too. So I'm going to tell you, bitch, stay there. Make sure you come back to tomorrow so we can make sure we understand. Because at the end of the day, I can be the CNN degree if I got to be that. For my people. For my fam. Because the fam that's in here is FAM. And my fam that's in here know how I'm coming. Because fam follow me Monday through Friday. You understand? Because the realness that comes out of what comes from Dilla T and no filters is always informative for family to take care of fam and our fam. Because we all fam. Why? Because we all Americans and we all in this shit together. But the moment you don't understand that or you don't respect that or don't get that, that's how I know you're going to be left to die some motherfucking word and rot. That's what's going to happen to you, fam. You're going to be left to rot. Or you're going to be somewhere crying about why nobody told you what to do or why you didn't take heed when we first found out the dumb shit that was going on when the dumb shit was said. See, me and my type of people and fam and FAM and no filters, we heard and we know it's spiritual warfare. Shout out to you, Bean and Cheese. Yeah, spiritual warfare. It's been that and it's going to continue to be that. But for those that are naive and don't believe that, that's why they will be lost and continue to be lost. Let's keep going.
Come on, dude. Spare me, okay? By all means, I understand that J.D. Vance was opposed to the strike. He ain't playing any stupid games, okay? Maybe there's a legal issue here, but let me just tell you. You drop bunker busters on a foreign country, launch missiles from submarines as Tomahawk missiles, and I gotta tell you, you're at war.
Thank you, motherfucker. Thank you. Tim even said the shit. And shout out to this man. He white. God damn it. What the fuck we talking about? I just said, yeah. Y'all dropping bunk busters and nuclear submarine warheads on shit. They dropped all that shit already, fam. We at war with Iran. Yeah. Let's keep going.
Saying this, the enemy has a say. And Iran says they're at war with the United States, and the U.S. will regret it. They've threatened to kill, on their state media at least, 50,000 U.S. troops, send them home in coffins.
The number one food.
Wait a fucking minute.
Okay.
Iran has threatened to kill 50,000 U.S. troops. Don't keep coming in this motherfucker talking about we ain't at war.
That's more than there are troops in the region, but, you know, okay. What's the implication? Intervention? I do think it's a bit silly to claim we're not at war with Iran. Trump floats Iran regime change, even as the true impact of U.S. strikes is far from clear. They say flush with the spoils of battle, he already seems to be toying with the idea of regime change. But the reality of whether Trump truly destroyed Iran's nuclear ambitions and the consequence of his aggression are far more ambiguous. Round-the-world raids by B-2 stealth bombers out of Missouri using never-before-deployed bunker-busting bombs demonstrated the unique reach of the U.S. military.
Okay, so JP finally said something makes sense. JP say they can hit U.S. allies and U.S. troops with long-range missiles. Iran could hit Europe, U.S. bases in the Middle East, and eventually even U.S. soil. So we understand, family, that at some point these things can be done. It's not about saying how PLOX said earlier about, bro, do you really think they can fuck with our soil? Yes, because JP just broke it down. Let me say it again. Shout out to JP. He just said they can hit U.S. allies and U.S. troops with long-range missiles. Iran could hit Europe, U.S. bases in the Middle East, and eventually even U.S. soil. I already felt that way. And that was just off me feeling like this 2025 and the technology, they got to understand, man, these people have scientists working on this shit every day and night. Hit them like buttons, fam. We in here. Hit that like button. They got scientists day and night figuring out how to send missiles farther. How to create missiles that can be stronger. I mean, you gotta understand, this is a everyday thing for these scientists. 24/7, Werner says this is 24/7, right? So you have to understand, fam, what they didn't have back then, they do have now. And the way they didn't use nothing back then, they have it now to use. So yeah, it's a way for them to bomb U.S. soil. There is a way. And I think for those that think we still living in them day and ages where we can't be touched because we so big, bad, and bold and all that bullshit, nope, not at all. People tired of us being big, bad, and bold. You know how many motherfucking countries or third world countries that's poor, fucked up, ain't got shit. They kids walking around, ain't drinking clean water. They walking around drinking dirty water. All type of shit. You don't think they tired of us Americans? The fuck is you talking about? What? Them people feel some type of motherfucking way over there about us over here. So ain't no motherfucking way, man. You finna sit back and don't think. Don't nobody give a fuck on the way they should be acting about something. Because that shit is serious. Let's keep going.
And its continued policy despite Trump administration chaos at the Pentagon. Blah, blah, blah. Now, Donald Trump floated regime change, but he didn't directly call for it. And I think that's why CNN isn't telling you what he actually said. Let me pull up the actual post.
Bean and Cheese say we started wars in Africa. You damn right.
He says, it's not politically correct to say regime change, but if the current Iranian regime is unable to make Iran great again, why wouldn't there be a regime change? MIGA. Make Iran great again. Perhaps. From the Daily Mail. Iranian officials plan to remove Ayatollah as supreme leader as cowering Khamenei begs Putin for help and cuts off contact with him from within his secret bunker due to fears he will be assassinated.
So you got to understand something. Ayatollah is the nigga that's running Iran. That's what Ayatollah is. And they thinking like they need to remove that nigga. But, see, to us, they thinking like they need to remove Ayatollah because of what he on. But really, Ayatollah over there feeling like there's some corruption going on. And it's not really being put out there to the world the right way. That's the problem. Ayatollah over there like, no, they not putting that shit out the right way to the world. You understand? So that's the real thing about it. Like, Ayatollah is running that shit. And I think Ayatollah knows some shit that's going on about why he's still on, about why he's on what he's on. Tell her VR2K8. Tell her. In the garage, baby. No filters. We in here. Let's keep going.
It's fog of war, propaganda, manipulation.
My perceptions of
war,
the
manipulation, all that shit.
were done
It's happening.
All these things are true. Do the Iranian people support the Ayatollah or not? Well, we don't know. We only know the intel that we get, what the reporters say, and it may or may not be true. You choose who to trust. We had a debate.
And I ain't gonna stunt, fam. It's kind of weird. Like Max B said, the world is sick of regime change done by America and the UE on behalf of Israel. And I feel that too, because it's like, how y'all gonna change? Like, y'all not even from here. Like, y'all from somewhere else. How y'all gonna change our people or our government or our leaders or our head? Like, how some other country gonna change the head of another country? That shit's weird. Like, ain't nobody over there changing the head of who the fuck we are over here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing that. They might talk shit about Donald Trump, but they have no ruling. They have no ruling on who the presidents are going to be here. So how do we have ruling on changing regimes in other places? Joe C say, again, they were killing troops left and right through their proxies, bro. This is not new. Joe C, let's bring you into what the fuck going on here, my nigga. Let's tap you in. It's new. You understand? And it might be new to my motherfucking people here at FAM. That's FAM at No Filters. You understand? Yeah, so it's new. Because here at No Filters is probably new for my people's ears and for who my people is, and that's why they need to hear that. So I appreciate you putting that in there, Joe C. But let's put that in there with a little more love and care and, you know, a little more informational base for people to know what's going on. Not like you talking shit about what's new and what ain't. You understand? Because I don't give a fuck about what's new and what ain't. I give a fuck about who we telling that to. I give a fuck about the people that know about it and who don't. That's what matter here at No Filters. So when you coming in telling people that, make sure you come in letting us know in a very welcoming way if you know some information we don't know, or if I might say something that's already been said, because that helps. But please don't come in this bitch trying to correct nobody about what the fuck we already know or what we already done said, because everybody don't know the shit. Joe C.
On Friday, over whether we should intervene. A day later, we intervened. I was told by the pro-intervention debate individual, the people of Iran are cheering the Israeli strikes on their nation. There are people who have actually claimed that. There has been an attempted talking point that people in Iran are celebrating Israel's bombing of their nation. They support Israel. I'm sorry, but that's an absurdity.
Okay, now see, that's when we know what the fuck is going on, because now we got people over there happy for these bombings going on in Israel. Now we're talking about, like Bean and Cheese said, ain't no ceasefire. Vernon said, who said it's silence? Trump? Oh no. Situation right now, people in Israel are happy that people bombing motherfuckers over there. That's crazy work. Period. How would you even think that? But with that said, I'm gonna leave this video right here. I want to know what all you think in the comments. I want to know, is we at war for real? Do you really don't think we at war for real? I want to know what you think. Always, I appreciate you all liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, and sharing this with the world. Because of always, you know it's your boy Dilla T, Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. And this is No Filters. Good night, family. FAM out.